Hi everyone, it's Christine from Financial Dreams with Christine, and welcome to part 5 of my retirement series. In this video, I'm going to be going over our income strategy for retirement. In part 3 of my series, I detailed the anticipated spending plan for retirement. If you are about to retire in the next few years or within 10 years of retirement, you should start with that step as well. Try to figure out your monthly expenses now and compare them to what you think your spending will be in retirement to get a baseline. You can check out websites like Retirement Manifesto, and they have a 4-part plan there to determine how much you need to retire and when you can retire. Until you know what you're going to spend, it's impossible to know how much income you'll need. My husband and I are fresh out of some meetings with our pension representatives for the state of New Jersey. We are both school teachers and are ready to retire. These one-on-one meetings were so absolutely helpful. First of all, we were able to see how our health benefits would figure into our pension plans. Also, our representative told us about purchasing our time back. So, for example, I am a mother of 2. That means I took 2 maternity leaves as a teacher, so I can actually buy that time back, which will get me more service credit, meaning will give me more of a pension. Now, it does have a significant cost. It's not nothing. So I am going to start a sinking fund for buyback of my credit. This should pay itself back in about 4 years. My husband will do the same. He took a paternity leave for my son when he was born. He didn't have to do that for my daughter because my daughter was a spring birthday, and by the time he would have been able to take off, it was summer, so it wasn't needed then. But he can buy back 3 months of time. Before we get any further in this video, I just wanted to remind you that I am by no means in any shape or form a financial advisor. I am just trying to figure out my own retirement, DIYing it. So what you are just seeing is someone trying to figure things out for themselves. Please do not take any of my advice. If you have serious questions, you always want to speak to your own financial advisor. Okay, so getting back to part 3 of my retirement series and also the retirement manifesto steps to figure out when you can retire, figuring out your spending is crucial to figuring out how much income you need. So upon doing that, I determined for a full-fledged retirement budget, my husband and I could spend about $7,500 a month. Now, that is not a bare bones budget by any means. That is a comfortable budget. If times are hard and we needed to watch what we were spending, there's a lot that could be cut. So that is kind of like the upper limits of a budget. Also, this is based on the scenario that my husband and I will be selling our home in South Jersey and relocating and downsizing to Western Massachusetts or Vermont. We would have a small mortgage at first and most likely be able to pay that off very quickly. Okay, so let's check out my retirement income plan. Okay, so you might have seen or heard of the bucket strategy for retirement, and I kind of just discovered it. I know it's been out there for a long time, but since retirement planning is new to me, this is new to me as well. But it makes sense to me. It's a good visual for me to see where we're going to get our money from. We are looking at $7,500 a month for a comfortable budget. By using our pensions first, we are going to be making about $5,300 combined. My husband does have an investment brokerage account, and the dividends off of that average about $700 a month. I have side hustles such as Teachers Pay Teachers, eBay, Etsy, which make about combined $500 plus a month. And then there's always the prospect of substitute teaching, which my husband is very interested in doing in retirement. If needed, we can tap into our high yield savings account and a Roth IRA. Now, this would be distributions from a Roth before proper age requirements, so we would only be able to remove our contributions. That first bucket is for the first few years of retirement. The second bucket will be lasting a little bit longer, about 5 to 10 years. And during this time, we are still going to be obviously getting our pensions, and using the dividends that my husband has from his brokerage account, and the side hustles should still be at play, as well as substitute teaching. However, what we are going to be using now, because once we turn 59 and a half, the 403B distributions will be in play. We can get to $7,500 pretty easily in bucket number 2. With the pension again at $5,300, dividends about $700 a month, side hustle is about $500, 403B could be anywhere between $800 to $1,000 a month, and throw in a little substitute teaching here and there, we could be beyond $7,500 if needed. Okay, now let's get to that third bucket and what we will be working with for the rest of our retirement. So our third bucket is going to be when Social Security comes into play, and we will be taking it at 62 as of right now. If something changes and we want to delay that, that's completely possible. At 62, between pensions of $5,300, Social Security for about $4,000, we will be making well over $7,500. That would be $9,300. So here, if I understand things properly, we would need to be careful of tax brackets, and that's why I brought the Roth IRA back into play for this bucket. Side hustles might be over and done with at this point. I'm not sure if we'll still be working with those. Also, we would want to make sure that we spend down our 403B, mostly in bucket 2, because the minimum required distributions will start at age 73. And we don't want those pushing us over to the next tax bracket. To keep from getting kicked up into a higher tax bracket, we are going to be looking into Roth conversions. So what are our next steps? What do we need to do? Well, first and foremost, we are going to be saving like you would not believe. Now, July and August, I can't really save. I'm not making anything as a teacher right now. I'm just maintaining. So once September comes, I am going to be making sure that I fully fund my Roth this year, next year, and the year after, because that's going to be my last time and opportunity to do that. I have decided, based on my conversation with the pension folks, that I am going to be retiring July 1st, 2026. So that's 2 more years of teaching. My husband is retiring this school year, after the holiday, after Christmas, probably around the end of January. So besides fully funding Roth IRAs, we are going to continue contributing to our 403B accounts, as well as saving as much cash as possible for our high yield savings account. It's my goal for us to save about $40,000 in 2 years, and I think we can do it. I consider it a bit of a challenge to see if we can get it done. So I'm going to be making sure that I update my progress each month as we get closer and closer to our goal. And I'm going to be doing lots of fun savings challenges to help us get there. I'm so very excited about what the future holds for us. And I just love learning about retirement and how finances work in retirement. So I'm sure I'll be updating you with even more information that I learn and find out for myself. Are you retired? Are you close to retirement? Have you learned any tricks or have any advice for us? Please let us know in the comments. Thank you for joining me today. I appreciate you being here and spending some time with me. And we'll talk to you soon. Take care. Bye.